All right, guys. I kind of hate doing this part of Football Manager. If you've watched this, if you've watched my saves here in the recent past, you know that I'm not really one who puts a lot of stock into this idea, but it is something you need to do to help out morale. That is, you need to look at the actual playing time of players and the playing time that's promised and try to get those to meet up. So I've been looking around here trying to figure out where it is. We're looking at the squad page here. You can add that into your basic squad view, but you have to know where to look for it. So you insert column, you go down here under transfer. I don't know why it's under transfer, but what you're looking for here is actual playing time. The way that stuff is listed here is pretty crazy. And there is also, what do they call it here? It's agreed playing time, right? Not future playing time, but agreed playing time. You want to try to make sure that the two actually like meet up. It's okay if actual playing time is better than agreed playing time, right? In this case, Stan Swain probably should be playing a little bit more frequently, right? Aaron Wilson was agreed to be a regular starter and instead has been playing as a squad player. I mean, everybody is going to be a regular starter here basically because we have to rotate, right? And that's kind of what happens. Now, what you can do to fix this, though, it can have a detrimental impact on your team depending upon how upset people get. You can change it, right? So, for example, Joshua Chu, who hasn't been playing that well, I probably should actually talk with him about his poor form. I mean, he did okay, but that last match was not very good, and we need to talk about that last game because he was a big part of the reason why we weren't playing well. Joshua Chu is not going to be an important player. He's going to end up being a regular starter. Not sure why it's glitching out like that. So what we can do here is go to squad and agreed playing time and change it to regular starter. He's going to be upset. Could be upset about it, but we could even talk with him to try to persuade him to accept it. And yeah, it's something they need to be doing. He's not happy about that, so whatever. He'll be unhappy for a little while. But the reason why you let this happen now is because you don't want him to come back and get upset with you later on. And for some reason, that hasn't changed right away. Anyway, you have to be careful with it, especially when it comes to guys like Poodle. I mean, he is a team leader, and if we make him upset, he might make everybody else upset, right? Joshua Chu, if he's upset, probably won't play as well as he could play, but he hasn't been playing that well anyway. And basically, the idea here is you want to do your best to make sure that your agreed playing time is not going to be over the actual playing time, right? Now, to be honest with you, when I look at this and see the difference, I wish that we could say in Football Manager to the player, like, look at the schedule. You can't play 2 matches a week. You're not good enough, right? That's just sort of the way it is, right? Yeah, Mac Masters is another one. He is literally not good enough to do that. We can talk to him about this and say, your fitness levels are not high enough. I'm going to move forward with the changes. Oh, I can't ignore that, blah, 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 and whatever. I mean, that's just sort of the way it is. We'll figure out a way to do something else. We could always talk to them. One thing that helps is you can always praise their conduct. So we can talk to him about his conduct and say, you're doing a good job, and that can help a little bit with morale. Same thing with Chu. But you want to make sure that you keep your playing time like realistic so that players don't have expectations that are above what you actually can provide. This is a very difficult thing here. A lot of people will tell you that what you want to do, and see Aaron Wilson, and we probably should start him more. I'm not going to change that. It's kind of strange to me that he's trying to be a squad player when he's playing so often. But it's something that you probably should keep in mind, when you're buying players. It's very difficult at this level, though, because the players you want to get are going to demand to be star players and play in every single match. But it's not possible to do that because of the schedule. There's no way we're going to have all of these, 2 matches a week. There's no way I'm going to start the same guy over and over and over again. It's just impossible. So, you kind of have to overpromise a little bit and then hope that you can kind of walk away from your promise and see what happens. Speaking of which, man, we have 4 losses in a row by 1 goal, and then we had this 1-1 draw. We're playing better. We're a better team than this. We just need to get it turned around a little bit. We'll see what we can do here against Weymouth tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be a little bit more positive match. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.